Hey guys, this is CJ here, the Lone Wolf. Today I thought we could talk about something that I'm personally really excited for. Now, if you're watching this video, probably by now you've heard that they are officially making a Scream 5. Dimension Films no longer has their hands on this franchise, thank God. The new film is actually going to be made by the creators of last year's Ready or Not. I thought that was an incredibly intense, original, smart, and really clever film. I think that their tone that the director and the writers of that film went for would match really well with the Scream franchise. So I'm really excited to see what they deliver with that. We know that David Arquette's going to be coming back for sure. I'm really excited to hear that. He's the first cast member I think that's officially signed on. I just found out today that Roger Jackson, the voice of Ghostface, apparently is coming back too. That's really exciting. Neve Campbell is also apparently in talks too to come back, which I'm assuming means that she's just holding out for a big check, which... Duh. You get your money, girl. Anywho, now that a couple weeks have passed and we've had a chance to digest the information a little bit, I think now it's time for us to get started on asking ourselves, what is it that we want to see in Scream 5? I made a list of my own ideas of things that I would like to see in the movie. I thought I would share them with you today. Number 1, Legacy Cast. This is the one that they're already in the middle of doing. We've already got Dewey coming back. We've got Sydney potentially coming back. We've got the voice of Ghostface. Who else do we want to see? Courtney Cox, of course. She's, just as attached to this franchise as David Arquette and Neve Campbell. So can't have a Scream movie without Gail. Ooh, Kirby, Hayden Panettiere. Yeah, she's got to come back too if she's still alive. She's my absolutely favorite new addition to the cast in Scream 4. And she's the only one whose character we didn't see actually get killed off for sure. So there's always a chance she could come back. Wes Craven himself even said that he left her fate open in case you wanted to bring her back. So please, I hope to see Kirby back, Hayden Panettiere. Patrick Dempsey, I guess. I don't know. His character kind of was a little meaningless in Scream 3. He was just there to be a red herring and to propel the police investigation storyline. So I really don't know if he could add anything. But hey, he could come back. He's still alive, so I'd love to see him come back. Gosh, who else? Dwayne, the cameraman from Scream 2. Haven't seen or heard anything from him since that one. But hey, he's the only black character that they didn't kill off. So yeah, bring Dwayne back, guys. Gosh, who else could come back? I don't know, maybe somebody who's dead, or who we think is dead. They were going to bring Stu Macher back in Scream 3 originally, and his character supposedly had died. So who knows? I would love to see who anybody who's still alive who could be brought back potentially in this film. I feel like they should bring back, because I have a feeling that unless this movie is just really, really successful, this might be the last Scream movie that we get for a long time, so they need to go out with a bang. But honestly, it's just a miracle that we're even getting David Arquette back, let alone Neve Campbell, so I'll take whatever I can get in that department. Number 2, one of the main cast members must die. This is going to be a kind of controversial one probably for some of the fans, but I feel like 4 films of the same characters coming back, it's getting harder and harder for me to reinvest in the story each time, because I kind of feel like they all have plot armor. So I feel like one of the 3 main cast members has to die in this one, preferably in the opening scene. I'm not gonna say who I would want it to be. I just definitely don't want it to be Sydney. If they kill off Sydney, and I would give the filmmakers credit for having major balls like that, but they would very much risk pissing off the entire fan base, and you don't want to piss off a horror movie fan base. We're kind of the whole reason these movies are even popular to begin with. Yeah, no. One of the main cast members has to be killed off. I don't care who. It could be Sydney, just don't kill her off in the first scene. I'll be really mad and I might leave the theater. Who am I kidding? I'm not leaving the theater. I'm going to be there for the entire round, because I'm a sucker for pain. Number 3, new rules. This one's kind of a vague one. I don't really have any idea about how new the rules could be or what new things that they could throw in, but I feel like they need to definitely take this a step further. If they're bringing back this franchise again after another 10 years, it better be for a good reason. I want to see what these creators have in store for us. This creative team that's going to be creating this movie, they did a really good job with Ready or Not, so I would love to see that style of really dark, pitch black humor. There was a little bit of it in the other Scream movies, but for the most part, it was mostly the self-aware meta humor. There's a couple of things. I have a couple of ideas of my own. Like I said, my previous point, killing off one of the main cast members, that could definitely be something they could do to kind of change the rules a little bit. I don't know. They promised us new decade, new rules last time with Scream 4, and it was more or less more the same. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love Scream 4. It's a fantastic film, better than it had any right to be. But I don't want to see just another rehash like we did with Scream 4. I want to see some new blood being spilled, both figuratively and literally. Number 4, darker tone and more extreme kills. This one kind of goes with number 3 a little bit, and then I feel that the creators and directors here need to be bold and need to be more extreme with what they're giving us. Horror has changed a whole lot since the first Scream came out. I mean, just think about it. That original Scream took everyone by surprise, and nobody expected them to kill off the most popular cast member in the first 15 minutes. Nobody knew what to anticipate. The fact that there was 2 killers was considered to be a big twist at the time. I know that with this particular creative team and this franchise, we can get something that is on the level of that first Scream. I want it to be that hip, serrated edge that we got in 1996. You could do some with the real life horror that's been happening in the world as of late. There were the Slender Man stabbings that happened a couple of years ago. There's a whole lot that they could do. They had ideas for doing something similar in Scream 3 with like a cult of serial killers. I don't really know what else they can do. One thing I think that they should definitely dial back on is the fourth wall breaking comedy. There were many parts of Scream 4 that I felt like were a borderline parody of the Scream films. They felt more like a Wayans Brothers scary movie spoof than an actual Scream movie. And there was a couple moments in the film that I kind of got taken out, and I just hope that they dial back on that on this Scream 5. I want this to be really dark, really brutal, give us just a taste. Just show us what really made Scream special, why it was such a huge hit when it came out in the 90s, why everyone loved it, why it was so scary, why it was so brutal. I want to see some more of that, alright? And I know these directors can give it to me. They've done it already before, and they have the blessing of Kevin Williamson, who's also on board this project as a co-producer. So I think that he has a couple ideas too that he could probably pass along. I have a lot of faith in this project, to be honest. I'm really excited. I think that this creative team will do wonders with this material. I just hope that they do something to reinvent it for the new generation. Horror has changed so much, and it'd be really cool to have another Scream movie come out and lead another charge again like the first one did. Number 5, and this is the most important one. Honor Wes Craven and his legacy. Wes Craven, as we all know, passed away in 2016, and I don't think any director outside of John Carpenter has a legacy as detailed and as vast as his. And the horror community definitely mourns him to this day. And I think for that reason, it's very important that these creators here, this filmmaking team, this creative team here, that they take their time to really create a movie that respects and honors the legacy of the Scream franchise, honors what Kevin Williamson and Wes Craven created together. Neve Campbell herself has said that she's really worried about this film and how it's going to respect the legacy that Wes Craven left behind. She's been nothing but amazing ever since she got this role. She loves the part, she loves the franchise, and she wants to make sure that she does her part to make sure that the legacy is protected. And I absolutely agree with her. Scream was a huge iconic moment in pop culture and for the horror genre, and it definitely inspired me and scared me as a kid and made me want to get into horror. And I think it's really important that this franchise legacy be protected. It's very special. Every single film in the series is more or less a consistently good quality film, and I just hope that that legacy is continued here. Oh, but who am I kidding? This is Hollywood. They'll find some way to fuck it up. Alright, so those are my thoughts on Scream 5. What do you guys think? What do you want to see in Scream 5? You can let me know down below or not. I don't really care. I don't read the comments anyway. As always, you guys, please take good care of yourselves. Be safe. It is more important than ever in these trying times that we remember to stay positive and stay together. And I hope you're doing well. And I'll see you all again here real soon.